Okay, hi there lumberjacks and those that have been watching some of my posts on YouTube. Appreciate you looking at some of the things I've done. I'm just turned 70 today, and I want to show you another idea that I had for cutting rings to make these bowls similar to what you would do on a Ringmaster lathe. The first one I did was an attachment I made to my metal lathe, and it worked really great. And then I thought, well, my friends on Lumberjacks, they don't have access to a metal lathe, so I've done this one and posted it. So these two, the metal lathe one and the all wood one, was posted on Lumberjacks. And this is my new idea. It looks quite simple, and I'm going to demonstrate it today. I only had one piece of material that I had to make something out of, and I'll show you what this attaches to in a few minutes here. So what I wanted to do actually is show you this cutter that I made, and you can see that there. That was, I purchased just a straight metal lathe bit and cut that shape out there. The first ones that I did, these are from Ringmaster themselves. I bought that, but this one I like this idea better because I can have a little longer cut, and then the back part will gives more area when I clamp it down in these units that I've made here. So I'll show you just briefly how I made this, just in case somebody wants to make their own. This one only costs $2. This one I think costs $20. Okay, I'm going to show you basically how to make one of these cutters. And I used a felt pen to put a little line on where I want to make a cut. Now I put this in the vise, so this is a heat shield here. And then I'm using angle grinder with the thin cut wheel. And then you can cool it off a couple times if you like, but this dissipates the heat, and I was able to cut a nice slot in there and then take it out and cut the piece that I wanted out there. And then after that, after I had that cut out, I had a shape similar to this, and then I just take it on the grinder here. Okay, and you could either do it like that or just completely grind it out on the grinder. And for sharpening, just straight on the end. Push it hard enough to get a little lip on there, a little burr on there. Okay, I just wanted to point out something on this. This was a purchased one. It's 3/16 square high-speed steel lathe tool bit. This one is 1/4 inch. I wanted to try a 1/4 inch to give it a little extra strength, and it would work better for clamping it in. So to get the 3/16 part, I've taken and ground this on the bottom here to make it a little less at the cutting edge there. And if you can see that as well, I've actually ground this a little bit down here to provide clearance when it's cutting. So if you look carefully at the end, you would see that it was tapered on the end. The widest part is at the front. So anyway, and then it's just a matter of putting it in this clamp part here. And then I just tighten up the screws. And it's ready to go. Okay, I'm going to put this in my gadget, and we'll be ready to cut a ring. Okay, this is my gadget, something that I've had sitting around here in the shop for many years. actually probably 40 years, and I haven't used it. But I got to thinking about it. It's got a nice setup here for going back and forth like the Ringmaster. This just fits in the jaws like that, and clamps it down, and then you're ready to go. I made a little, put a little piece in here for a stop, and to set that I've made this little gauge here, and I use that for setup there. So I'm just going to slide this in. Okay, till that little part touches there, and then I'll tighten it up and it will be in the right position. And I give it a little bit of fine adjustment if I need, once I got tightened up. There we go. That did the trick. Everything's tight, and we're ready to start cutting. Then we come back the other way and cut from the other side. As soon as it cuts through, I turn it off, move my cutter back, loosen this up, pull that back, and we're ready to start another one. Use that little guide there. As heavy as it is, I found that the fine adjustment with the little hammer works ideal. Turn it and make sure you're okay and ready to cut it and do another cut. Okay, I just wanted to take a minute here and review the setup using a adjustable tri-square, and this time I've chosen a 30-degree angle, and when I tighten up the vise assembly that I've done here, I use that to set up my 30 degrees, and then I've done this little, and then on a piece of the wood from the thing there, I've set up an X on here. That. And then using a square, straight down, and then right exactly in the middle there. And then that gave me the amount here for my little gauge here, so I can get it adjusted properly with the little screw that I have in there. And that's how that. Another thing that has to be done, of course, is I've used 2 pieces of wood here, and these have to be 90 degrees to the bed. So when you loosen this up, you can slide it in and out properly. And so that's about it. on the setup. Once you get onto it, it only takes a few seconds to do it. Okay, I'll just show you what I did to attach this cross slide vise assembly, which is available in a lot of the different stores that sell Chinese equipment. Is I just took a piece of scrap plate that I had, and this is actually just a piece of water pipe and a little piece that I cut here, and at the bottom here I used a piece of ready rod, and that holds it tight against my post, and I had that all clamped on like this, took it out, and then just welded this in place. It was very easy to construct, or to put it on this particular lathe. Other lathe, this could be cut smaller if your lathe, if you wanted to do this, but I still think this clamp here is quite important there. And that's basically all it is. The basic construction took about 2 hours altogether, and I'm ready to go. Just wanted to show you an improvement I made from the original drive assembly that I did. I just used the chuck, a piece of wood, and then the ready rod, and then I used the live center over here just to keep it well lined up. This time I made one that screwed right to a faceplate that can be permanently mounted on there. Made it out of oak. The first one that I made, I used the flat grain, and it warped, and then it started to wobble. This one I used straight end grain and I thought that would be a lot more stable, and it seems to work quite well. And it's plenty strong enough there. I don't need an end support, so then when this is up close to it, it's not interfering with the shaft and with the other part there. So anyway, that's just, I found this worked quite well. It's the first time I've used that. Okay, this was the first one that I made using that setup there. I just made it yesterday and put a finish on it today there. This is the one we cut, the rings we cut today. One thing I mentioned is I've made a line across. Before I started cutting the rings, you make a line all the way across, and then so you can get them all oriented in the right place, because it's very difficult to do after. Then take a pencil, bring it down, and then they'll line up like that, and that's how you glue it together. So anyway, thanks for watching this demonstration. I hope that inspires you to maybe try something like this of your own. Very cost effective, and it's been a lot of fun for a variation to do things on the wood lathe.